Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the farm. So I got Dad over here this morning, and he is helping me to get the maple syrup evaporator set up inside of the new Sugar Chateau. So unfortunately, I didn't get really any video of them building my awesome new barn. The L&K construction, if you're in Ohio, Kentucky, or Indiana, I would super recommend the guys at L&K Construction. They got this bad boy set up in like 4 days. Every day I'd get home from work and they just would have so much work done. It just completely blew my mind. So like I said, they got it all done while I was at work, so I didn't really get any video of them building it, but it's beautiful. So we work our way inside here. You can see we got the boiler in here already. We got it set on this big pallet. Eventually, there is going to be a concrete floor in here, so we're kind of just setting this up for temp. Some of it's going to kind of be permanent, but we're just getting it temporarily set up here on this pallet before we get the concrete floor put in. So we've got this all leveled up. I've got some fire brick over here that we're going to start getting installed on the inside to hold more of that heat in. And then, don't know if we'll get to it today or not, but eventually we'll be putting in the stovepipe, which is going to come up and go out this back wall here. Got the stovepipe sitting over here also. So that'll go out that back wall, and that'll be our chimney. So inside of our firebox here, we'll be taking our fire brick. Got one of them laid in there already, and we'll be lining the inside of these walls on both sides with the fire brick to help with heat retention. I don't know if you can see it, but down below the grates here, you can kind of see the holes right here. There is actually going to be a power vent fan. So those holes are going to push in fresh air to really get it ripping hot in there. Like I said, we're going to be lining both of these sides with fire brick, and we're also going to line this portion up here, heading up to the chimney with fire brick also. So we'll get good heat retention. The main boiler tray sits down here, but then there's a pre-warmer that sits up here. So that'll get us good heat retention up here at our pre-warming tray also. So our firebox here portion here is 2 by 2 by 2. And then the whole evaporator tray is 2 by 4 by 6 inches deep, which is 4 cubic feet, which is right at about 29 and some change gallons. It won't ever really be filled up all the way. So probably 15 to 18 gallons is what it'll run at a time. You can see these fire bricks just fit in here perfect. And then what we'll have to come through after we get them all placed in there is we'll come through with a piece of steel that will turn into a strap, and then it'll run across here and bolt through from the outside, and that's what'll hold our brick in here tight. So up top here, like I said, this is our pre-warmer. So the sap will go into there, and it won't quite be as ripping hot as it will out here in the main evaporator, but that's just to get the sap warmer. You'll be able to open this valve here, dribble in to our main evaporating tray. It'll work its way down this first channel. You see it's got this little cutout here. So through, I guess, convection, the laws of convection, I guess, it will work its way around, and it will be hotter here where our release valve is, where our drain-off valve is. And so there's another little threaded nipple here where I'll have a thermometer, which will tell me when I'm getting close to that magic 219 degrees or so, where I have gone from sap to syrup. We'll be able to drain off right here, right straight into a bucket or a pot, going through filter material, and then go off to our finishing pot, where we'll be able to get real precise and get right at that 219 degrees, right where our syrup level is. And that's on like a little propane burner, so there's a little bit more control than you'll have over top of the fire. So that's about all we're going to get done for today. Next time we come back, we'll be working on getting the chimney pieces installed. We still need to go and get the thimble, which is the piece that will the stovepipe will thread through going through the wall. So we still need to get that picked up. But next time we come back, we'll be working on getting those pieces installed, and I'll be sure to get some footage for you. So we'll see you guys in a couple of days. All right, well, yesterday has turned into today, and Dad and I are out here. We have already made up one of them. This is going to be the strapping that's going to hold the fire brick inside of the combustion chamber of the maple boiler. So we're getting ready to bend up the other one, so we'll shoot a little video, show you how we got that all bent up into the shape that we need it. So we're heating it right along the seam where we need it to bend. You got it. So in typical fashion, I got to working and not filming, but got all of the brick installed, got that steel band installed around to hold the bricks in here in the firebox, and then also got the bricks slid in, heading up to the chimney and heading up to the pre-warmer. That is going to give us great heat retention. So the next thing I'll be working on is getting a couple of these pieces of chimney pipe up here on the exhaust port coming off of the boiler, so we can start getting the chimney up and then out through this back wall here. Got it. All right, you're in control. It is close. It just fits. Perfect. So we got our chimney piece coming up and going out through the back wall. Yes, we do know that that's not how it's supposed to be. We are waiting on our thimble. It's been ordered. So our insulated thimble will go up there eventually, but we kind of just wanted to get a rough opening cut and get everything done that we can while we're waiting on these last few parts to get here to get it done the right way. All right, well, we jumped into the future about 3 days. I'm out running around real quick doing a little sap collection. Dad's on his way over here. We're gonna get that thimble piece that I was just talking about. We're gonna finish getting that installed. We started that last night. Didn't bring my camera out, so didn't get any footage of that, but I'll show you here in just a minute where we're at. We're gonna get the little insulated piece installed, and we will be ready for a test boil come either tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday morning. So just to get you all caught up to speed, like I said, we did get our thimble cut and placed in the wall over here. We sleeved in another small piece on the chimney pipe so we could get this closer to level. We're actually pitched a little bit downward this way, just to ensure that any water that comes in, we don't want it to flow back in and come back down into the boiler. So we're pitched out a little bit now, out that way a little bit now. And now we're gonna install the little insulated ring that goes inside here, and that'll be about it. We should be ready for a test boil, like I said, come tomorrow or Saturday. So now what we've done around back here is we built this little tripod out of these pieces of pipe, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna run our chimney out here, and we're gonna use this tripod that we built to hold up our chimney pipe. Since the boiler isn't where it's going to be permanently yet. We don't want to take the time to run our pipe and put our hangers and everything going up the side of the barn, because all of that is going to change a little bit once the floor gets put in there. So we're just going to temporarily put it off of this tripod hanging, so we'll be able to get the smoke out and away from the barn. We'll have good draft and everything, but we won't have to go back and redo the permanent stuff going up the side of the barn way up above the roof line. Okay, well, after a good deal of pipe wrangling and a little bit of sketchy ladder work, we got the last of the chimney put up in there. So now that those last couple pieces of chimney vent are installed, we're on for the test boil. You know, whenever I got the time for it. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow or if it'll be early Saturday morning before we do our sap boil, but it should be all set up and ready to go. So that's going to about wrap it up for this little video of setting up the new sap boiler back here in the Sugar Chateau. Be sure to stay tuned. Maple syrup season is just getting rolling. The sap's just starting to flow. So I'll be doing some videos on showing the new boiler in action. I got this really cool reverse osmosis system that I'm going to be getting set up that's going to really help decrease the amount of time we got to put into boiling. So I'll do a video about how this reverse osmosis system is going to work. So there's a lot of cool maple syrup stuff coming up, guys. So be sure you stay tuned. If you like the video, like, comment. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure you do. Hit that bell icon if you want notifications of the new videos. See you next time, y'all.